Alright, now I'll just quickly show you the real-time data, which is a table showing the real-time values along with the minimum and maximum value, the average, and other kind of details about each sensor. So we can start out with standalone sensor, and we can take, for instance, the inductive sensor again. We can add from the PLC as well. There's no issue in taking from different sources. Also, you can take anything from different DIAPs as well if you want to cross-correlate different kind of data. Here we have the sinus wave running up and down, and on top here you can see the current value of the inductive sensor and so on. So if I hold this against a piece of metal, then you'll see that it switches again. And yeah, that's about it. Next we'll go over the alarms, and in order to do that we need to go into and define an alarm first. So let's go to alarms and click add new, and then we specify an alarm, demo alarm, and we could select a tag type. That's essentially allowing us to select multiple sensors in the group. But right now we just want the single sensor. So we go to select that from DIAPs. We select PO15. We select standalone sensor, and we'll select the inductive sensor here. And then we need to specify some limits. Let's use -1 and 1. So essentially, if it's 1 or greater than 1, then it will create an alarm. And if it's well, I think this is fine. So if it's less than -1, then it will raise an alarm. The retention rate is the rate between each notification. So in this case, if it's set to 0, then it will send everything. If it's set to 1, then it will send a message every minute and no more than that. That's particularly useful if you probably will use email notifications or SMS or some kind of push notification. But for the demo purposes, I'll set this to 0 and no emails, no SMS, and no push messages. I'll just activate this and click save. Then we'll go to designer, and I'll add a new alarm, and with this alarm I'll select, actually no tag type, but I'll select the DIAP, the standalone sensor, and this particular inductive sensor again. And now if I trigger the analog sensor, and you can, the digital sensor, of course, you will be able to see it here. So right now it's 0. There's no alarms, but if I raise it to 1, then it will exceed this limit that we have specified. So let's try that. So now it's going to be 1, and you get an alarm. And you can see it comes for every second that I hold it onto it, because that's the refresh rate of the device, of the sensor. So now I'll hold it against the object again, and we'll get another alarm. And we'll keep getting those every time I push this. So that's very basics of the alarms, but it's quite complex in itself to set up more sophisticated alarms. So I'll get back to that in a later tutorial.